Hi, everybody. Welcome again to the Chuck and Lisa show in our living room. We join you each week. Lisa, say hello.
What?
Say hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
You messed that up.
I messed it up. Let's try it again. Say hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
There you go.
There you go.
We hope you guys have had a great week, and we're glad that you came back to join us again. We're going to talk about some interesting topics, as we always do. Well, we think anyway, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Dershey is going to fill you in on how to call in, how to get us. Mr. Dershey, are you out there, sir?
Wait.
What did I
You
do?
are.
Oh, well, that's true. Very
Who
important.
are you anyway?
Who are you?
Who are
You should
ye?
do the doot, doot,
No.
doot, doot. I am Chuck Nellis. I am at NASCAR Chuck 336 on Twitter. And Lisa is Louise. Woo-woo.
Laweeez.
That is Laweeez. Complete with a middle finger at my
Trademark. Right.
Trademark.
Trademark.
Is that the trademark symbol now?
No. Never mind.
I'm kidding. All right. Now, what else have I forgot to talk about? I talked about you, talked about me.
I have a blog, Louise.blog.
You do.
Not politics. No politics.
That's true. I have a blog, but I haven't done it in over a year.
All right. Now Dershey can talk.
All right. Where are you, Dershey? I don't hear him.
Oh, no. What is he?
Everything's normal then, right?
Well, this is our normal conversation.
Hey, we're in our living room, we're not, we're just being ourselves.
This really is our normal
This really is our living room. Our Cotton is sitting right next to me over to the left on the couch. Sadie's laying over on the floor near the door, staying cool. It's a warm North Carolina evening.
Oh, the weather has been spectacular since Monday.
Yeah, it really is.
We get one more day, I think, and then it
turns back to winter.
Yeah.
To kick our butt.
Which figures because we're going down to the beach next weekend.
In an effort of futility, I'm going to say, hey, Dershey, how's your weather in Florida?
We're about 5 degrees above freezing, which would be 75.
I know when we were
Florida weather's different than the rest of the world.
When we were in Key West, there was one overcast day,
mm-hmm.
and I think it was about 68, maybe. Oh, these people had like parkas and like really. No.
I was actually in Orlando in 1977, and it actually snowed a little bit that day. And they were freaking out. Orlando, Florida with snow. They're like, oh my God!
They probably shut the city down.
It was hilarious. Well, it didn't stick on anything, really. I mean, it was just...
It doesn't matter. It's Orlando.
Down. I know, it was hilarious.
In Orlando, they sell sushi at Walgreens.
All right, let's get back on topic here. So
no, we can't. Sorry.
It's a good thing we've got you to rein us in there, brother.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Dershey,
anyway,
you need to give the folks some information for our show.
Yeah, you forgot to say hello, Dersh. So, hello, Dersh.
Hey, say hello, Dersh.
Did it already. Too late. Sorry.
No. Fine. fine. Be that way.
He's got bad timing.
Bad timing. Anyway.
Bad timing.
My timing's just fine.
Yeah.
It's alternate timing.
I live in an alternate timing.
We got a lot of listeners
Lisa calls
out
me
there.
an alien constantly.
If you like
What's
to
that?
Be quiet.
If you'd like to talk to us or talk to Chuck, if he'd shut up for a minute, what do you have
Or
to say?
tell him to shut up.
Shut
right.
up, Chuck. Call us at
I know, it
201.
really needs to be said.
That's 201-439-8092. When you do, you're gonna have to have a show ID, and our show ID is 820-07366. If you're looking at your screen right now, you'll see a graphic. It's got it up there for you, Chuck, and that's how you can get a hold of us.
Say the number
Excellent.
again, please. That was a long number.
Yeah, say it again.
It again.
The show code.
Oh.
Now who's screwing up?
Smarty pants.
I know. Oh, you're so good, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, the phone number 201-439-8092. Show ID 820-07366.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, God, I sounded like Sister Mary Elephant. Thank you.
I love that part.
Oh, I love that album. That was the best.
Isn't that a classic?
Who is it?
Oh, speaking of Cheech and Chong.
Dave's not here.
Hush.
Little darling,
So,
don't you cry.
I figured this out tonight. If you can't find our YouTube channel, there's a show called Dave and Chuck. So that
Yeah, you don't want to watch that.
So you don't want to watch that.
You're not
So-
Dave. Dave's not there.
So
Dave,
if you do a search on Google, if you forget where we are, and you do Chuck and Lisa show, and then you do the minus Dave, because Dave's not here, our show actually comes up near the top of the Google search. And this is so loud in my ear. Sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah, really loud.
All right, let me turn it down one
No,
notch.
don't
No,
change
it's
it.
okay.
That's okay.
There, that's better.
I don't know. Ask Darsh.
Hey, Dershie, could you speak, please, sir?
No, I mean, ask him how we sound
Oh, I
on
didn't
his
turn
stuff.
that down. I turned it down in your ears.
Okay, because it was way too loud.
We're sounding good.
Can
We
you hear
also,
any better?
yeah. We
Okay.
we got a caller. Not sure who it is.
Yay!
Outstanding. We don't know how to do callers. We've never had those before.
He does, doesn't he?
I do.
Oh, wait, what? Somebody's calling?
I meant us.
Oh, is it a landline?
405 area code.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so
Dun, dun, dun.
you wanna give him a chat?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, here
Yay.
we go. Hang on.
This is me.
Oh,
Hello.
It's
It's
Britt.
Britt.
Hey, Britt.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you guys.
It's a
Hey,
person.
Lisa. Hey,
Hey, Britt, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's kind of cold here in Oklahoma. 32 degrees and raining.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's kinda chilly,
kind
yeah.
of borderline ice.
Yeah, at least it's not ice.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome
And
to the
it's
show,
supposed-
man. We're just starting to take phone calls, and really, except for a couple of test tries, you're our first official caller, man.
Woo!
Woo!
We need a little sound. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, yeah, dun, dun, dun. Maybe Dershie could take care of that
Yeah.
part. So, what can we answer for you, brother? What can we do for you?
Well, I've been off of Twitter for a year because of Twitter. And I followed you enough, I think probably through 3 iterations of your name
Yeah.
on Facebook,
Yeah.
on Twitter. And I just went through some trouble on Twitter and finally was able to get back on, and I'm a little bit more careful this time. So, it was fine. And like I had seen you today, and I'm like, oh, great, I found Chuck again. Yeah, I'll follow.
Oh,
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
can I just interject
Yeah, go ahead.
one thing? If you can't ever find Chuck on Twitter, go to my profile because I will have his current username there.
Yeah. And if you're new to the show and don't know me yet, let me explain yet real quick, Brett. I am on account number 5 because the owner, the CEO of Twitter, really doesn't like me at all personally. A couple of his good friends are not good friends of mine, and they probably have had powwows on how to screw with me over the years. So there's that. I've lost, 150,000 followers at one instance almost.
Maybe.
So anyway, Brett,
it might be up to a
I'm
quarter
really
of a
glad you found me
million
today.
now,
Welcome back to
So am I.
Twitterville. Thanks, man. You got any questions for us?
No, I can't think of any. Did you guys watch the State of the Union last night?
Well,
Lisa boycotted
you
it.
watched.
Yeah.
I protest it. I read it later because I can't listen to that voice. I just can't do it. I can't.
Right.
So I read it later.
Lisa, I don't.
See, it's very.
I don't blame you, Lisa, but you missed. No matter how you felt about him, the cameraman was doing an excellent job last night. So you missed.
Oh, in the audience,
really
you mean?
Good, panning the house, and
yeah, I heard
you did a
about
really
that, and
good
I might listen. I may not listen to it. I might actually just watch the video with no sound.
Well, you'll miss some of the good things.
Well, maybe there's a closed caption.
Well,
for the Trump impaired.
Wait, Trump impaired? That's an oxymoron. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a double. But me and Ruth, we don't do this.
I'll honestly say this: I did not vote for Trump. In fact, when my guy that I wanted to win the primary didn't make it, I did not vote for the president. But I am glad that Hillary isn't in there. But that's just me. I will deal with this man, this POTUS, just like I did with Obama, and just like I did with Clinton.
That's the first most important thing you'll ever do.
Hold on one second.
No, this is the first most important thing you'll ever do is deal with the individual instead of just making it about party. Deal with an individual.
Oh, I am.
I know you do.
Oh, I am.
That's my advice to everyone: is deal with the issues directly. Don't be loyal to anyone that doesn't earn your loyalty.
No, it's not a religion.
Right.
It's politics.
Politics is not a religion. It's politics.
The last president I voted for that I actually wanted to see in was Reagan. So,
Yeah.
That was
right.
I haven't had any since then that I really wanted to get in, and I was tired of holding my nose and.
Well, let me.
You know what?
Dershi's tossed it in there that he didn't vote for her either, for Trump either, and for the record, I did not, and most everybody knows that. At the time, I was probably one of the more zealous about it, but times change.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Times change and reality changes, so you deal with the new reality.
No.
So anyway, the whole premise of this is we were originally going to do a politics show, but Lisa and I decided we didn't want to scream at each other for an hour.
But you know what? We can let other people call in about it.
Right, and y'all can call in and talk about it, and we'll give you our honest responses because Lisa is... she's a libertarian. She's a liberal, but she's also, I think, more libertarian. I think more libertarian than liberal, but you think otherwise. Yeah.
No, I don't want things for free.
Right, exactly. You don't want much government, really.
Yeah, so you can't have no government and things, though. That's not. Libertarians are a little confused.
Well,
libertarians really don't want you to do anything.
Right. No, yeah. They don't want anybody to mess with their stuff, but they want things to be right. So that doesn't work.
Right. So anyway,
I have my own.
Thank you very much for calling in, and please listen again next week, and please call us again, unless you got something more you want to ask or add.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. I'll be posting the show after the show.
Why don't you?
Dershi, could you post the YouTube channel, or Lisa, either one of you, post the link in the message room?
Dershi's busy. He's running a show.
What's he doing?
He's running a show.
I think he's drinking coffee, just like me.
Just like you. So you
I
two
know.
are doing nothing, right? And no.
And you're doing all the work.
I'm doing
That's
all the work.
how it always
That's
works.
how it
always is.
I'll post it.
Yeah. We are told that it amazes her that we could do the show together in peace. But even though I don't agree with Lisa at times, she's open-minded enough to listen to her opinions and other opinions put out there. And that is very true. Lisa and I we disagree. And God knows we do disagree in some politics. But we pretty much just let each other have our own beliefs and do our own thing, and she mutes me when I get too political on the right, and I'd never read her timeline anyway, so it's not a
My
factor.
timeline is not that political.
I know, but I really don't read it unless you tag me in something, because
And then you're like, why did you tag me in that?
Hey, we got a beer. I'm drinking a delicious cup of...
Whoa, what
are you doing?
Stop!
Stop that.
I'm trying to find the website.
I'm drinking a delicious cup of Black Rifle coffee. Black Rifle Coffee, you need to be our first sponsor for the show.
They really
I
do.
drink it. Dershie drinks it. Don't you drink it, Dershie?
Even
Is it
I
not
have
the
had
best
some.
coffee?
Almost
Even I
every
have
day.
had some.
It's the best in the world.
Isn't it the
It's
best coffee?
It's apolitical coffee. I drink it too.
Mm-hmm. It's veteran owned.
It's all about the veterans. I don't care about anything
That's
else.
what it is. That's what got me drinking it in the first place. But the coffee is so good. So that's our free testimonial. Until you guys decide to officially sponsor us, for goodness sake. I mean, I'm a veteran. That ought to count for something.
What did that do?
What do you think? What in the world is going
What the
on here?
heck did that do?
Lisa, you just posted the YouTube. Oh,
Oh,
she posted the
I
site.
posted it. I didn't mean it to go. Well, no, somebody asked what it was. I
Oh,
didn't
I know.
know it would play.
Oh, I know, that's funny. So anyway, the great coffee. So anyway, let's see, what were we doing? Do we still have a caller on the line?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Well, no, I don't mean good. I just mean I didn't want to leave him hanging in case I was yammering
No.
on.
They're still in the chat room though.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's there. So everybody, we're going to next talk about the toilet bowl. That game that none of us watched.
And we're not allowed to.
And you can't say the official name or else the toilet bowl
lawyers.
police
Yep.
come get you. So I didn't watch it. Lisa didn't watch it.
No.
Did you watch it, Darcy? Exactly.
Did you watch the puppy bowl or the kitten
Oh
bowl?
my God! Did you watch the puppy bowl and the kitty bowl?
Oh. Well, the kitty bowl is stupid because it's all
what's
puns.
the one the night before? That was the adopted.
Oh, the rescue.
The
bowl.
bowl.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That one was.
That
good.
one was really neat because Lisa and I are huge rescue dog fans, and so are you, Dershie. You just got another one, right? Tell me, you should post a picture of your pup. You posted that cool video of him earlier today and sent it over to me, and that was really neat. Boy, that dog can run. Definitely a NASCAR fan's dog. He goes in circles. It's just hilarious. And the other dog's just laying there going, "Are you through yet? Could we please hurry this up?"
Oh, his dog has that accent?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
We can do anything.
Okay.
We're on radio.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. Maybe
Dun,
Dersh
dun.
knows he doesn't have that accent.
Hey, Dersh, what accent would you give your dog?
The older one.
And why?
Because you're always right.
Because I'm always right.
Oh, my God.
Darcy, you are an outstanding producer. So, what did you do for the toilet bowl, Dersh?
He said what?
I said what?
No, he said what?
I know, but what did you watch? What did you replace the toilet bowl with? Seeing we are all boycott toilet bowl.
See, that's why
Yeah.
he's your friend, because you guys are girls
I know.
together.
Yeah. Between Broadway musicals and old movies, you can't go wrong.
And Hallmark Channel.
And
I don't make you watch
yeah,
Hallmark
no,
Channel,
I don't
but I
watch
could.
that so much.
But I could.
But the Hallmark Channel did have the Kiddie Bowl, right?
Yes.
Isn't that where the Kiddie Bowl was?
Yes.
Yep. Yep. I just love those pet bowls because those are real pets that are getting real homes. And we've got 2 dogs and 3 cats that are all adopted, and you've got 2 dogs, and all of our friends seem to have adopted pets. And that's all better than the toilet bowl.
There you go.
There you go. What did?
Oh,
I know. I heard it was the worst toilet.
We ended
bowl
up
ever.
watching Funny Girl.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but it's been a long time.
Right, me too. That's a great movie.
I love Streisand's voice. She's just phenomenal. At least every time I say something about a musical, she goes, "You're gay."
And you go, I know, but I'm not.
I know. I'm like a gay guy because I love all this stuff, but I just happen to not be gay. So there's that. Let's see. So we watched My Fair Lady.
No, not My Fair Lady.
I mean, not My Fair Lady.
Why do you said that? I said that by accident today.
Did you?
Would you stop doing
We
that?
do that a lot. We're in each other's heads big time. So yeah, that was like the world's waste time for anybody that watched that. Credit sounds like.
Oh, you know what?
The
Oh,
commercials.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Somebody said, this is perfect. Somebody said that was the Maroon 5 of Super Bowls. Because they're so...
Maroon 5 is now Muzak. Every single store we go in, it's playing in the background.
They're the new Nickelback.
They're Muzak. Yeah, Nickelback or Muzak or... Ugh. Anyway,
NASCAR.
well, we're going to talk about NASCAR.
Well, what are we...
But you know what?
What?
I want to make a comment. Everything, anywhere you go, you can watch TV, you can watch a TV show, you can watch a movie, you can watch sports. Politics is freaking anywhere.
Okay.
No one can separate politics from life.
Do you remember when you were younger?
Yep.
And they would always say, polite people do not talk about politics or religion.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, at parties or whatever.
Yeah, cocktail parties
Right.
or dinner table.
Yep.
That was a thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Except our family used to have knockdown.
Well, I don't mean your I don't mean in your family. I mean.
Well, within the society, that was considered the norm.
It was impolite.
It was impolite.
It was all like going up to somebody and asking them how much money they make.
Now everything's a freaking free for all.
Social media. Duh.
Social media and the 24-hour news have just made everything.
I would say social media is more
Twitter's
culpable.
faster. Twitter is faster than cable. Twitter is.
No, I don't mean about the news. I just mean people feel free to just say whatever freak they want. Look, no cuss word. Freak doesn't count.
Good job. Hey, Dershie, you're gonna go broke. You're gonna go. Oh no, you won't be. You'll have to go on one less trip to Europe.
Oh, trust me. One of these days, the whole C word's gonna break out again. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
True.
Right. People could be
keyboard
so
cowboys
mean.
and keyboard warriors
People
that
could
think
be
they're so damn tough
that they would never say that to your face.
Hell no, they're all like, yeah, they're all. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's just ridiculous because if you wouldn't say something to somebody's face, don't say it to me on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Because I'll stand up to you. I guarantee, even if you're 6'10", 320 pounds.
Yeah, you wife beater.
What? Oh right, who said that?
That was
that campaign that was against me, trying to get rid of me.
One of Ted Cruz's.
I remember that fake criminal report on me and all that stuff.
Yeah, one of Ted Cruz's supporters is a wife beater,
yeah.
And then they would email me and go, "How does it feel to be hit by Chuck all the time?" I'm like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Like,
and after 20 times that you publicly said he's never touched me once, they still didn't buy it. So
I know. So whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's incredible.
Let's because he's beaten me and I don't know any better.
Yeah, that must be it. That's why I put you on the radio so you can speak your total love.
Oh my God.
Speak your total mind.
Some people are dumb.
I know.
Anyway.
Some people are jealous, I think, is what the biggest thing is.
Okay. Well, remember what we were talking about just a minute ago when my friend keeps posting that the illegals are taking all their Medicare?
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you keep posting that? He's like, why don't you prove me wrong?
Right.
And so I did. And he's like, oh, okay, you win.
Never mind.
But you know what? Tomorrow he's probably going to post it again.
Right. And see, that's the thing. You're right about that. Social media has really made it much, because before social media, you had to talk to somebody face to face or talk to them on the phone, but But you wouldn't call them names on the phone. No, on a phone, when you're listening to someone else's voice, you're not going to call them the variety of names that I get called daily.
Right. But on the phone, you know who you're talking to. So,
That's true.
Right.
These keyboard jockeys, the idiots are in their mommy's basements. You don't know who they are.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Right on. Got anything to add to that?
Who?
Dershie Man.
Oh. No, your show is on Tuesdays. Our show is on Wednesdays. Oh, would you like to promote your new show?
Oh, Dershie, on that note, get promoting.
Yeah, speaking of our new show, we got to hang on here for a little advertisement. We're going to be starting.
Do you have a name yet?
Tuesdays. Yeah, we're going to start tossing around, but thinking about the right side of politics, because Chuck's always right.
That sounds fun to me.
And, of course, we're going to use my moniker, Truth is Free, because we know truth is free.
You have a message from Jerry Sipe on the message board, by the way, Dersh.
Trying to call in, but not working.
Yes, Jerry, we want you to call in, man.
Yeah, call in. It should work.
Oh, he did.
Try to go.
Brit adds, don't forget the pound key after the number.
Yeah. All right, stand by for this 45-second commercial.
All right.
So anyway, that's a look at our new upcoming show. Hopefully next week or the week after that. Chuck and I are working on it.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Coach has already confirmed to us that we can do whatever time we want. And have you thought of a time that you'd like to do it yet?
I can do it anytime.
Let's
on Tuesday,
do this off
and
the
earlier
air.
the better, I think.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, please give us suggestions what time on Tuesday would be good for you guys in the evening, because we're going to do a show, Dershie and me.
You're getting louder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get excited.
I know.
I am excited about this, honestly.
I know, but our house is like that big.
That's true. Dershie and I are going to talk politics, and we're going to get down and dirty, and Lisa's not going to be here because she's taking a class in what?
Mental health.
Well, she deals with you every day, so I can see why she did
Exactly. It's actually
Hey, but wait, Dersh, who's always right?
You're
it's
always
actually
right.
mental.
See, there you go.
It's actually dealing with mental health in your family.
Oh, your mother.
Oh, well, I didn't have to be specific. So
Okay. Okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mom. We still love you. Let's see. So, yes, the show is going to be cool. We're going to have fun. Lisa and I don't need to talk politics all the time because we don't usually do that. But Dershie and I, he's my buddy. We were on Twitter. We went through the wars together. A million attacks against us, and Dershie unfortunately got killed in battle, and he hasn't been back yet. I'm trying to get him back on Twitter, but it's not that easy to get back on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, I love when they delete my account trying to get around a suspended account. But the problem is the one they suspended for trying to get around is created 5 years before the one that they suspended me. So I still haven't gotten that.
Oh, that's okay. I tried to create an account for Chuck.
Yep.
About a year ago, what was it called? Nellis Chuck.
I think it was.
It was immediately suspended before I even posted a tweet.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Because it was on the same IP address.
Right.
They get you for that IP address.
All right, Chuck.
I think I did it at work,
caller.
though.
Hopefully it's Jerry. I think it's
Cool. Callers.
All right, here we go. Hey, welcome, caller. Who is this? Hello? Jerry?
Hello?
Hola.
Is there anybody out there? You don't have anything muted, Dersh.
Nice. Unmuted. Should be able to talk. Whoever it is.
Hello?
Hello? I like that air. Well,
we like callers.
Maybe they'll pick up in a second. You can keep talking. What are we going to go to next, Chuck? NASCAR?
Anyway, yeah, we're going to talk NASCAR. The season is coming up, guys. We're going to talk a bunch of NASCAR. So
first of all,
yeah, go ahead.
You're going to talk
about.
Does
this work?
Hey, there he is.
Hey, there we go.
Who is that?
Is that Jerry?
Who that?
Hello.
Jerry!
Brother Jerry, how you doing, man, friend?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Getting more snow, but
we've been working on getting you on this show for a while.
How many millions of degrees below zero is it there?
Yeah.
It's above now. Tomorrow it'll be minus again tomorrow. But it won't be like the minus 50 that we had.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible. How cold exactly did the wind chill get down? Was it right at 50 or was it colder than that?
Probably a little bit colder than that.
How long can you even stay outside when it's like that, like 30 seconds?
Not long enough to say that sentence.
Yeah, probably, pretty much. 5 minutes you're frostbite, so.
You got some frostbite?
No, in 5 minutes you can get it when it's like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got to be covered up from head to toe when you're out there.
Oh, you have to be, yeah. No skin.
I mean, I've seen people with frozen eyebrows and nostrils and stuff.
I used to love having the frozen beard. You know, when I had the bigger beard when I was younger.
Well, yeah, but not in negative 50.
No, negative 50 is a little abrupt.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I'm negative 50. I'm going to freeze you to death in 3.2 seconds.
So what's up in Jerryland?
Yeah, tell us what's up in your world. You've got some. Let's start with your puppies. You've got gorgeous dogs. How many adopted ones you got now?
We just got the one adopted. The other two are we raised.
Oh, the other two are purebred, right?
The other two do the skills training thing. I don't know what it's called. Sorry.
They go fetch birds.
No, they do the events.
Agility? Yeah. That's Mark. Okay. Mark was doing agility.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Mark.
Right.
Mark was doing that.
Oh, okay.
We need to get our friend Mark over here on this too, Mr.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know what happened to his. I don't know what happened to his email. So.
Well, we'll find him.
He's disappeared. I pray for that guy. He's such a good fella.
Well, I know, and they were going through so much.
We've been waiting for you to call us. Give us a great question. Give it to me. Give it to Lisa. Just don't make it too political.
Great question.
How about NASCAR? Since all four of us in our NASCAR.
Oh yeah, let's talk NASCAR.
Yeah, we're all in the same group.
That's right. We're all in the same NASCAR group. So let's talk NASCAR. Who do you think's going to win the championship this year?
Well, let Jerry ask the question.
I spent a lot of time today trying to find Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I still can't find her.
No, I've been waiting to find one single picture.
Okay. I know where she is, but I'm not telling.
She's in our basement.
I know where she is, but I'm not telling. Hold on.
Well, one comment about the State of the Union. I sure miss watching Ruthie sound asleep on the front row. That was just the best.
Yeah, I miss that, yeah.
That's a classic scene. That was 2015, actually. She, do you know she has never gone to a Republican State of the Union? Ever.
That's her choice.
Well, no, they don't have to go. They can go in if they...
When you're communist like she is, I don't doubt it.
I found her! Look.
Oh, God. Well,
I found her.
What is that going to do? She's holding up a box with a Ruth Bader Ginsburg doll in it. They can see it.
I found her. I'm showing you. I found her. I also have a Bernie and an Obama.
I know.
Firewood.
I carry the cross when I get near them.
Anyway, back to more important things like NASCAR.
Like NASCAR. Who do you think? Both of you guys. Who's going to win the championship this year?
Well, my prediction is someone who's driving a car.
Yeah,
but I could be
that
wrong.
helps.
That was a tough try. All right, let's
It's not
do a
going to be
couple
Jimmy
things,
Johnson,
then.
I can tell you that much.
Could be. You never know. Yeah.
Jimmy's on his way out, dude. He's on his way out.
Who do you? Could be Martin again over with the new team. Could be one of our Penske guys again.
Yeah. Well,
I say our because Lisa, me, Dershey are all Penske.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I think it's going to be fun watching Kyle Busch and Martin Truex together racing.
Oh yeah, will they brawl?
I can see one of them taking the other one out. You know, on the same team, and they wipe each other out going during the final lap.
I can see that happening more than once because they're going to be in identical cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the question. People are saying, is it going to be more driver skill or is it just going to be up to the car?
I think it's going to be more driver skill because the cars will be much more equal.
Yeah, with the new
Isn't that
aero
how
package.
it's always supposed to be?
Yes.
With the new aero package, I think you're going to see, especially on the big tracks, a lot of first-time winners getting up at the front there.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Britt, by the way, Britt mentions that he hasn't watched NASCAR since Dale died, and a lot of people feel that way. But the new generation of kids has a lot of talent, and there's some really neat personalities. If you like Dale Sr., you'd probably like Blaney, because he's just a cocky little mug.
Oh, except he's cute.
Well, women thought Dale was hot, though, because he was a badass.
Didn't.
Some women did.
Well, okay. He wasn't.
Well,
sorry.
Junior wasn't either. But
Hey,
sorry. Junior's much.
Junior's
better.
Junior.
Junior's
Am I
better
wrong?
looking
But
than his father.
isn't Joey the first under 30 champion they've had?
Oh, that could be.
I think he is.
That's true.
P.S. By the way, thank you, Dersh, for the little Joey thing that you sent.
Yeah, Dershey sent us a piece of an actual Joey
sent
Logano
it to me,
car.
not to you.
I know, to you, not to me. Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry? All right. So, what do you think, buddy? Who's going to win? What do you think is going to be the fun part of this year?
I think Dersh was right. I think there's going to be a lot of new guys.
That would be good.
Yeah, that would be good for the sport.
I'm so tired of the big three. That was stupid. Because first of all, the big three, number 4 won. Number 22.
I know, that was so cool. What a great finish! I mean, we were
jumping up and down.
We were at the Roval, guys, and you guys know that we were, and we're like 50 feet to the turn one side of the start finish line or so, looking down from about 40 seats. 40 seats.
Something like that, yeah. 38, something like that.
Something like that. And it was watching them come through that last corner and wrecking each other, Jimmy Johnson and Martin. And then our boy Blaney comes sneaking through, and we're like, oh my God, we're jumping up and down. It was
We really
crazy.
were, yeah.
It really was crazy. So, tell us something cool. You live in God-forsaken cold country.
Why?
Right, Jerry?
Why?
Why? No, you
Yeah,
can't
why?
beat it up here. Because we get
Well,
we
you
get
could.
Oh, because it's
we get
frozen.
global warming, we get global warming, we get global cooling, we get global warming. It's just we get it all.
Oh no, you're an eco mess.
They get frostbite.
Yeah,
Whatever.
eco mess. There you go.
Eco.
Frostbite.
How hot does it get there in the summer?
Oh, it can get hot. It can get in the
What
90s
What is
probably.
hot?
Yeah.
That's 'cause
It can
there's
get like
global
with
warming.
with dew points and stuff where we can get in the hundreds.
That's that global warming then.
Oh, let's not even start,
Yeah.
please. I thought we were still on NASCAR.
We're doing NASCAR. All right. So back to NASCAR.
Save that for you and the Dirt
I
Show.
know. Dershie, you tell me, you asked Jerry a question.
Jerry.
Yeah.
What is 2 + 2?
He's such a smarty pants. He's trying to make me
Wait,
say smart ass. Oh look, smart ass here. Dersh, you get a quarter.
I'm using Common Core though.
Oh, it could take a while. Never mind.
so that's like 44, right?
I feel like
Yeah,
72.
If you're using Common Core,
I just
then
feel that way.
the correct answer
Just
doesn't
feel
matter.
like it might be 72.
It's my justification.
Do you identify as a
I
72?
identify as 72 and not 4, yes.
Yeah.
If-
Me too. No.
If Jerry's
actually,
using
you're
the
wrong.
Common Core, the answer doesn't matter. It's just how he feels about it.
That's right.
Right.
Everyone's happy and everyone gets a ribbon. The by the way, breaking news:
All right,
the
this is
NASCAR
turning-
championship is going to be distributed equally among 43 drivers this year.
Okay, this is turning
Cool.
away from something
Anyway,
I'd like to
no,
talk
seriously,
about. Just so
Jerry,
you know.
I don't know. I know we're all Team Penske. What group do you like? Or are you just kind of everybody?
Just get everybody. I'm not like you guys.
He's pan NASCAR. He likes
Yeah.
everything.
Well, Jerry's so busy going out hunting and doing everything else. He stays so busy, it's ridiculous.
So, do we want people to join our group? And if
Oh,
so,
yeah.
ask Dershie how they...
Dershie,
Might
Jerry,
or
you
might not do
joined
that.
today, right? You joined our NASCAR group today, right? Jerry?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry?
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep, I'm on.
that sounded like
Come
that
Come here.
the streak. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
did.
did.
Yeah, that's cool. So, Jerry, thank you so much for calling. I won't keep you on here all night. I hear your dog wanting your attention.
He's a
And
real
I don't blame
person.
him because Jerry's a good friend of ours.
He's a real person.
He's a real person. He's finally called into
Yeah.
the show. Yay! And
Normally
please
it's
call
just
in every
been
week.
busy.
You have
Well,
been busy.
like last week, it was so cold. Because I always bring the dogs go to daycare every Wednesday. And
That sounds like
last
fun.
week it was so
I
cold.
wanna go to
Yeah, well,
daycare.
I have to because the two females have so much energy. If not,
Yeah.
they got to be a walk. They have to be a walk 3 miles a night.
Oh my goodness.
So
Goodness, really?
yeah, oh yeah. Or they'll drive you crazy.
Every night?
Yeah. Every
You
night.
need doggy Xanax.
Oh my God! You have
Look.
to be in shape just to walk the dogs.
It's not, but with the two girls, it's faster than a regular. It's not like a leisurely walk. Where you're moving pretty fast. So
I'll bet. Wow.
yeah,
When you just fence
So-
in your
so-
yard, wouldn't that be easier?
we have the invisible fencing, but they don't get enough.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Right now,
Yeah.
Cotton's laying upside down. She's like, no, I'm
She's
staying
passed
right
out.
here.
She's passed out. Yep.
Yeah, so
Right,
like
let's-
today, I brought them today because last week I couldn't bring it because it was just too cold. So I
love
wasn't
the
going to
idea
even
of
attempt
a
it,
doggy
so
daycare.
I know. I love it too.
You give our
Yep.
our
That's
dogs love to go to the dog
We call
show when
it
we're going on a
camp.
trip.
Yeah,
Dog
we call
camp.
it doggy camp.
Yeah, they love it. Hey, Jerry, listen, buddy. We love you, man. Call us next week. I'm going to let you go.
that was good. Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling. Bless
Yeah,
you,
no
brother.
problem. When is that the political ones? The political show start?
Maybe next
Tuesday
next week.
we're shooting for, and we're thinking
12th?
8 o'clock.
Don't look at me.
Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna
we'll
be
give you
here.
the exact particulars on it, but we're going to
Sounds
set it up
good.
this week and hopefully go next week, and then we're going to get
Cool.
political over there, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah, Lisa signed up for a class that sounds like a lot of
Mental
fun.
health class.
No, what is it really?
It really is.
It really is?
It really is.
That's
Yep.
hilarious.
It's not hilarious.
Well, my mental health class will be doing the show because
Being
I
crazy
get to exhale everything
Being
that I
crazy
keep
is
in my
not
head.
always funny.
It's not funny,
It's not
Linda.
funny, Linda.
It's not funny. Love you, Jer. Thanks for calling, man. Dershie, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, he's gone for more coffee.
No, he's there.
What are you doing?
He's there.
I'm just taking care of Jerry's phone call.
How is that system pretty easy to use for that?
Oh, yeah, very. I just got to remember to unmute.
Oh, that's good. Let's give a plug for our host. We are on patriotjournalist.com. Coach Prasek is the person who we do that service through. He's a great guy. He always listens in. He's here again listening, so glad to have you too.
Oh.
Dennis, you should call us in sometime.
Can I do my shout-outs to people who will listen tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, please
Okay.
do.
So, I think Devera might be listening now.
Cool.
Mike and Brandy might be listening tomorrow or another day. I don't know.
Cool.
All right, that's all I got.
Well, some of my family listens too. I'm not sure if Sue does.
Your daddy?
My dad does.
Yep.
I love that Dad listens.
Guess
Hi,
what
Dad.
his name is? Chuck Nellis.
And that's why I get to be Junior.
I know, Junior.
I know. Let's see.
But we never really talked about we have.
Oh, we got time. Go ahead.
About how you started watching NASCAR and how I started
all right.
watching NASCAR.
Well, that's true. Back to NASCAR. I've always been a maniac.
I was born a poor black child. No.
I was born a maniac. I had a need for speed from being a kid, basically. And when I first caught NASCAR on Wide World of Sports.
Wide World of
Sports. I can't talk.
They never used to televise it live.
Right. It was like 2-3 weeks later that you'd catch
And they would do the
a
clips.
highly edited version of a show. It was the whole race, but it was like
it wasn't.
No,
yeah.
I mean, it was short.
No, it was like a half an hour version of the race.
Maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But I watched those I fell in love with those with a passion.
Look, it's Hot Wheels.
And then Hot Wheels came out in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Trans Am with Mark Donahue and Indy, and Formula One was huge at the time. And I just fell in love with anything with an engine, and NASCAR was my thing. So I grew up being a Richard Petty fan, and then when the Intimidator came up, he was the man until he died, of course. And then I was a fan of Newman for some time, and now I'm a Blaney fan because that kid reminds me of a lot of the big, tough, great drivers over history.
Oh, and he's so funny.
Yeah. What are you doing? You're banging on things.
He's such a smarty pants. Or smartass.
He's both.
I have to give Dershie a nickel if I say smartass.
Yep.
Okay.
It's $1 though.
Nuh-uh.
He's got a dollar jar. He says, "Don't he have a dollar jar?"
Those are for the good words.
It's got to be $1 because I'm going to Europe in March, so I got to have some money here. So.
Oh well, hello.
You poor thing.
I never been.
I feel so bad for you.
All right, back on topic.
It's tough.
Back on topic.
So NASCAR. So.
Yes. How did you get into NASCAR?
Okay, so I've lived in North Carolina more or less since 1980.
Right.
And NASCAR, that's a different one. Yeah, NASCAR. That nobody that I know watched it, was involved in it. We kind of laughed at it. We had that song "Jeff Gordon's Gay." Remember the guy that died?
Yep.
Yeah, nobody in my family or anybody that I even remotely knew watched NASCAR.
Right.
And
you lived in North Carolina.
And I lived in North Carolina.
So weird.
No, it's not weird. It was a redneck sport.
I was born for NASCAR.
Okay, well, you're an
alien.
Yankee. You're an alien. Not about you all the time.
I want to talk about me!
So, the only time NASCAR ever entered my life is when I was trying to go to Charlotte for a soccer game, and there was a race, and I was stuck in traffic. So, I figured out... Okay, first of all, back up. Okay. So, Chuck was like, I like NASCAR. I'm like, really? So there's so much wrong with you. You're a Republican.
And what has changed?
You're a Republican. And you watch NASCAR. And, okay, so I'll watch NASCAR a little bit because it's on anyway.
Right.
So I started watching NASCAR. And then I figured out that one of the only 2 NASCAR races I had ever finished watching on TV was the day that Dale died.
Yeah.
And I confirmed that, though. The only reason it was on TV was because it was after a Duke game, Duke basketball, and I just left the TV on because I couldn't find the remote. And I just ended up watching the whole entire rest of the race.
And it was a great race up until the moment he got
I wasn't
killed.
watching the race, though. I was watching Duke basketball.
Right.
And then that came on later.
But I mean, if you were watching the race, you saw a great race.
Right. But the whole time they were doing that, I was just like, dude, he's dead. Why are you doing this? Like, he's dead.
Right.
But anyway, that was the first.
That was so hard.
But ironically, though,
I was
as a not NASCAR fan,
yeah.
That was one of the first races.
That is wild.
That was the second NASCAR race I ever watched at the end. So, along comes Chuck. Whole nother story. And, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I love NASCAR, blah, 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 we gotta go to a race. So my first race was in Charlotte.
No. Don't skip the Daytona 500 where you were at the bar with your sister.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so I know nothing about NASCAR. This was in February 2008. Yeah.
2008. Yep.
And so we're at a bar, and the bartender goes, okay, everybody has to pick a driver. So I know like 5 drivers maybe at that. That's being generous.
Right, maybe.
So somebody picks Dale Jr., somebody picks Jeff Gordon. I'm like, well, who am I going to pick? Because I don't even know who anybody is. So I'm like, okay, Ryan Newman, just because that was your favorite driver. Right. They're like, hi, you're going to lose. And then he ended up winning the race. And I was like, I won the Daytona 500 because I picked Ryan Newman. So that was like really weird.
You won like $100, right?
No, I won beer money, basically.
Well, that's $100.
Yeah. No, it was not. It was like $60 because there were not that many people there.
Right, I got you.
So I paid for everybody's beers.
That's really cool.
But that was cool. I was like,
and she and I are on the phone right after.
So that was my, yeah.
So you and I have done that for a lot of races.
So I made Ryan Newman win the Daytona 500.
Yes, you did.
So then after that, my first actual race was Charlotte, which is not a really good place to go see your first race if you're not a super speedway fan. I am not.
Right. A 1.5 mile tracks are big and
some people like them, like Dershey.
Some people love them. But
and again, I was telling Dershey before the show that I'm really sad that I live where we are and that we can't go to North Wilkesboro, Rockingham.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah. 2 great legendary tracks.
We could have gone to probably 5 races a year easily.
You could have went your entire life since you went to Duke.
Well, nobody went to NASCAR from Duke.
A lot of people did. You ever see the videos of the races then?
Not from Duke.
Packed stands.
Not from Duke.
Maybe.
Nuh-uh.
Probably the engineers.
No. Well, maybe.
Right. Engineers.
Oh, Duke does have a race team. I'm not sure how that's integrated in, but whatever.
Yep. Duke, Lisa's a Duke alum. And by the way, Duke basketball this year looks like an NBA team. If they don't finish number 1 in the country, I'll be freaking shocked.
You say that every year.
Oh my! Well, how many times do they end in the top 2 or 3 by the end of the year, or
true.
1?
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway,
So we've talked about NASCAR, talked about everything.
So.
Yes.
Hey, Chuck, you know how I got into NASCAR?
Yes, sir. How'd you get into NASCAR?
The car ran over you.
I went to private school, and I was living in Jacksonville, and elementary school, and my class had 12 people in it, 12 kids, and one of them was the.
Come on, tell us you were in special ed.
Yeah, one of them was the nephew of a little-known driver by the name of William Caleb Yarborough.
Ha!
Oh my!
It's funny.
And he came to our class to talk to us.
Nice.
Wow.
And
how cool!
Did he tell you if you're not first or last?
Yeah, basically. But so yeah.
No, I was just doing the Ricky Bobby thing. That's all.
Went to school with him for a couple of years, and with his nephew, and he got my parents tickets to Daytona, and that's my first race was at Daytona 500 when I was a kid.
Nice.
Now, did you get pit passes to go see him?
No, we were just in the stands, but it was pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That because you obviously got to meet him.
Hopefully you were higher up than we were, because that stunk.
Well, it was a completely different configuration back then.
Right.
The Daytona 500, the track stadium's gone through so many changes since then, but yeah, it was pretty cool. His dad raced as well, but on small tracks and dirt tracks and around there, and so he had race cars in his yard, his driveway, behind his house.
How awesome!
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's really cool, man. Talk about a legend. Cale Yarborough is one. He really is. Newman is a big fan of his too. They were good friends over the years and whatnot. Took his style a lot, in fact, with his racing. So let's see, Mr. Dershey. Tell people again how to find the video, because we're going to be done in a couple minutes and people can watch it again. Lisa posted it, or she's going to post it again. I guess, or at least somebody will post it again.
Yeah.
And we want people to call in next week, so we're going to keep posting that phone number. Another one of our friends says she's going to call in. Let's see, let's know your time on the next program. Yep. Well, we will keep you posted on Dershey and my show, too. I love doing this show with Lisa and Dershey.
But don't
Lisa
leave,
with Dershey
don't leave us just because you're going to go watch. Huh? I said don't leave us just because you're going to go listen to Dersh and you.
No.
Listen to us too.
Oh gosh, yes. Lisa, my show is us. I mean, we are proof that a liberal, an uber liberal, and an uber conservative don't have to hate each other, for one thing.
You know my favorite. You know how you say
what?
Carvel and Madeline?
Oh yeah.
You know who the new one is?
Who?
George and Kelly Conway. Oh, have you ever?
Yeah, but they're so with each other.
Well, so are we.
We're not really.
Yeah, kinda. Not on Twitter.
We could be.
Not on Twitter, but kinda in real life.
Well,
somewhat.
We just a little bit.
What?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
No?
But I like that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun to read.
Well, we're like that somewhat. Even when we don't try to be here, we disagree some.
Well, sometimes you're like, why did you post that on my Twitter?
I know. You post some stuff, I just go, oh.
Well, so does George. I'm George.
Right.
You're Kelly.
Funny, I don't look like Kelly.
Yeah,
but I do look great in a dress, as I tweeted out earlier.
Thank God you don't look like Kelly. She looks like zombie Barbie.
I once did a comedy act for my friends in drag, and I posted that on Twitter earlier today, and it was good fun. It was hilarious back at the time, but when somebody was talking about the whole blackface thing, I was like, I didn't do that, but I did wear a dress once, so that was that.
Oh,
we are an
we're
anomaly.
done.
We are.
We're
I know,
done.
we've already done an hour.
We're done. Woo.
So, Mr. Dershey, let's wrap this sucker here up. I am Chuck Nellis at NASCAR Chuck 336 on Twitter. Louise is.
Lisa
is.
At Louise, LAWEEZ. Don't read my Twitter
If you're a conservative.
conservative.
Your head may
Please.
blow up.
Although it's mostly not political.
Really, Lisa's stuff is mostly really good, so ignore the stuff you don't like and look at the good stuff. And Mr. Dershey doesn't have a Twitter, and it disappoints me greatly, and I want that to be changed. Let's see. Please join us next week. We will have more fun and frivolity.
Oh, and tune in Tuesday. Maybe.
Right, and we'll keep you posted as far as next Tuesday goes with me and Dershey. It may be one more week, but we're going to try to do it next week. So you'll get to see the real political side of that. But it is fun doing the non-political stuff.
And you know what? I may wander in later and just throw something out there.
Oh, Lord.
I might.
You might.
I might.
You might call in.
I might sit in the driveway and call in.
Now that would be hilarious.
Lisa's home.
Oh, my God. All right, we're out of here. It's time to get off the air. Mr. Dershey, I love you, my producer brother.
Thank you very much.
From another mother.
Love you guys too. Say goodnight, Dersh. Good night, Dersh.
You rock. Say goodnight, Dershey.
Good night, Darsh.
Good night, Lisa.
Oh, you say it now.
Good night, Chuck.
Say goodnight, Lisa.
Good night, Chuck. Shut up, Chuck.
All right, and Obama still sucks. No matter what we do, he just won't go away. So Obama still sucks. Good night, and God bless you. Thank you for joining us.